Yo, yo, yo. CMPradio.net, man. You already know it's your boy, Uncle P, and I'm here, right? Listen, if you woke up breathing, you woke up blessed. Now it's time to attack the day on purpose, with purpose. I know I missed a couple days, right? Just getting some things straight over here. But I wanted to come on live today and talk to you about tomorrow. Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is a day where the nonprofits, they open their coffers. They ask you to donate to them so they can continue operating, right? Most nonprofits are run off of donations. Other nonprofits are run off of grants that are given to them, some both. I know CMPradio.net is CMP Radio Foundation is a nonprofit that is run off of donations and grants. But I didn't want to be the only one asking, right? When you think about the community of Chester, man, you think about our heart, you think about our compassion that we have for each other, the way we uplift, the way we outstretch our arms, the way we hold, the way we pick people up. So it's not just going to be me, right? Giving Tuesday. I'm not worried about getting all the money. I want to make sure that we are united, right? Anybody that knows me knows that I believe that unity makes strength, right? If we're not together, we're easily divided. If we're easily divided, it's easy to come in and put any narrative in front of us and have us looked at a certain type of way. Now, while we're being looked at a certain type of way, in a few years, we become to act that way because that's what we believe. So let me just tell you a story, right? CMPradio.net was created off of a dream that I had to be a radio broadcaster, right? Just to be on radio. But I put that dream to the side a long time ago to make money, because who wants to be broke? Not me. Now at that time, I think I would have been better off being broke then than to be broke now, right? But you have to sacrifice for your dreams. You have to make wise and conscious choices for your dream to come true, for your dream to show you anything. 1997, I graduated high school. By January 1998, I was already locked up. Gun charge out of Philly. And that's when life changed for me. Now, when I was in college for communications, right? Everybody said I have a voice for radio, but I wanted to do some other things, right? I wanted to make money. I wanted to control my life. Now, how can a person have control of their life if they don't know what they want, if they don't know who they are? That's hard, right? So I spent the next, from 1997 to 2006, 10 years getting locked up, catching charges, having a lot of fun, but not having any real responsibility or love of self, right? I didn't love myself enough to understand what I was doing was wrong. And I kept on doing it. In 2006, I was sentenced to 18 months. I went upstate, right? Everybody knows this story, right? Sentenced to 18 months, I went upstate. And then I realized that I had to change, that I didn't want to continue to keep doing that. I didn't want that to be what was said about me. I didn't want that to be my story. Came home in 2008, and it was different, right? It just felt different. It didn't feel the same, you know. Addiction, I was addicted to everybody say you can't be addicted to marijuana, but you can, right? You feel like you can't do anything unless you smoke. You can't eat unless you smoke. You can't breathe unless you smoke. You can't work unless you smoke. You can't sleep unless you smoke. So for me, I put cocaine on my weed, and it just mellowed me out. So those 10 years that I was running, that's what I was indulging in. I came home in 2008 and I couldn't do that anymore. I said, no, I got to be here. And the one thing that saved me to make me think that way was my son was born in 2006, November of 2006. I turned myself in to go upstate in February of 2007. So I had spent time with him. He got the poop on me. You know, it was still yellow at that time, but he got the poop on me, and I made a promise to him that I would never leave him again. And I meant that. Like I truly meant that. So I had to make a change. I had to love myself enough, right? But not all the way, right? Because sometimes, and we understand this off of uncomfortable conversations, you can be healed or you can be functioning healing, right? You can be a functioning healing person but not be all the way healed. So I think that was the first thing, the first step for me was to heal that part of me, right? To never leave my son again, to come home and have a different motivation to do things, but I wasn't all the way healed yet because I had some other things that I had to fix. Came home in '08, had a couple words, said something to a couple friends, and I need to find what I did or what I love to do, right? What do I love to do, right? I came home. My man Scrap had his garage, his car garage, car wash, doing brakes, fixing cars. You feel me? I was impressed by him. I was like, bro, I gotta find what I love to do. He said, bro, you love to talk. All right, you can't make no money talking, right? But you can, right? But I didn't see it. I love love, right? I'm a hopeless romantic. But I also get petty. So if you lie to me, I'm gonna lie to you. If you steal from me, I'm gonna steal from you. If you do something to me, I'm gonna do it to you. That's just how it goes, right? That's karma. That's just the universe giving it back. But me understanding that about myself, that was another thing I had to change. So fast forward. We're gonna fast forward from 2008 all the way to 2017. In those 9 years, there was a lot of things happening, but the one thing that happened that stood out to me, I didn't get locked up anymore. I wasn't going to jail. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't doing all those things. I was doing other things. I was working, still playing in the streets a little bit, not as deeply as I was before, right? But I was cheating. I was lying to my wife, and I hurt her bad, and I went to therapy. I went to therapy because I didn't understand why I was doing it. I didn't understand who I was turning into. I didn't understand why I couldn't get over a certain hump, right? And God puts humps in your way, right? You know, and you got to climb them. Mountains, molehills, whatever. You have to climb them, right? But you have to free yourself of what keeps you down. And I wasn't able to do that. And then when I was, well, that's when a radio station started. So now we're here, right? CMPradio.net is here. It's 2017. We're starting a radio station. I think I'm healed, and I'm not. I'm still doing the same thing. Still lying. But understand it. The only way you get a lie from me is if you lie to me, right? If you keep it above board with me, I'll keep it above board with you, right? But I'm still broken, right? And I'm still cutting people. I started the radio station. I thought that was good. I started doing things in the community, giving myself to the community, giving. 7 years fly by. So we did 10 years from graduation. 9 years coming home from jail, understanding what I had to give, and then another 7 years. So that's 10, 19, 26 years. 26 years of my life, I've been a liar, right? I've been not hurt, but disgruntled. Fuck it, hurt. I've been a liar. I've been hurt. I've stolen. I've done shit that I'm not proud of. But this radio station saved my life. This radio station led me to a place where communication comes first. This radio station has been my mission, right? And to be able to be in this radio station and to be able to allow people to come in here and create their podcasts, allow people to come in here and create a movement, man, that freed me from a lot of the stuff that I had on my back. So when I tell you that the radio station is important to the community, the radio station is important not only for the older generation, but for the younger generation, right? Because loving yourself, seeing yourself is important to maturation. So let's talk about the name, Cultivating Mature Positivity. Damn, Pete, where'd you come up with that name, right? Man, this was 2016. Trying to come up with a name, trying to name what I want to do. And I thought about all of the pain that I had to go through, all of the lies that I told, all of the lies that were told to me. Cultivating, you're growing, right? Cultivation happens unseen. And no one knows what you're growing into, right? No one knows the pain that you have to go through to be able to bust out of that seed. No one understands how important it is to understand who you are, right? To be able to breathe, to be able to give, to be able to talk. So cultivating was the first word. Cultivation. It was like cultivation, cultivating mature positivity. Mature positivity is understanding that negativity exists, but you keep on moving anyway, right? It's like the yin and yang. You need both. You need the sun. You need the moon. You need both equally. Yeah, the sun gives growth and the moon gives light at night, but without the sun, the moon can't shine at night, right? And without the moon, the sun will have to stay up all the time. So they need each other. So negative, positive, mature positivity. That's what the station was named after. And I understand in my life I had to do that. And I understand in life we all have a point where we have to grow up. I believe there's a verse in the Bible that says, when I was a boy, I played with boyish things, but as I became a man, I put those boyish things down. And I'm misquoting it, right? But I remember it, being told to me during Sunday school, Mr. Brown. When you mature, when you grow up, bro, you can't do the same things, right? You gotta let a lot of shit go. And I think I'm at that point, right? The radio station has given me, has allowed me to stand in front of my community and tell my community just how important their thoughts are, just how important communication is, right? Communication solves 99.9% of the problems that we have, right? Talking, being able to voice your opinion, not in a joking manner, but being serious, right? Being honest about who the fuck you are. Right. Now, yes, I do curse. Yes, I definitely curse. And I do that a lot. But I'm being honest, right? This platform, the radio station. I received the Missing Plug Award show this year, right? I really didn't think we were going to win. but we won. And I asked everybody who's ever been on CMP to stand up. It was almost the whole room. And I thanked them, right? Thank them for, number one, trusting me. But for number two, using the radio station to communicate their needs, their wants, and their desires. There have been people that have come through the radio station that needed, wanted, or desired something, and 9 times out of 10 they got it. Right? They were a personality. They were who they wanted to be, and that's cool, right? The light ain't just for me. I share it. I have no problem with sharing the stage with anybody. I don't need all that light. I've already done so much in my life. First 10 years of my life, no rules. The next 10 years of my life, rules, and I still did a lot of shit in those 19 years. The next 7 years of my life, yes, have become a part of giving back to my community, a part of giving myself, not only myself, but showing my children that you cannot have anything without sacrificing something. You can't walk in with everything in your hands. You have to give something back to someone else. So we're coming tomorrow to Giving Tuesday. And for me, it was like, yo, I didn't do this by myself, right? I'm not doing anything by myself. So I wanted other people to come through and share what their nonprofit is doing. So tomorrow, it says from 9 to 5. If we were able to get 12 shows, we will be able to do 9 to 5. Right now, I think we're going to start at 11. So we will have a new poster. But tomorrow, we have nonprofits like Making a Change Group, right? Corey Long's coming through here tomorrow. So now, check this out. Let me bring this back to me. For everybody that likes, shares, comments on a video, I say show up for every video. Like, share, comment for every video. It increases your chance to make $1. This is a telethon, so it will run from start to end. So you can share it as many times as you want. It's up to you. You want this $100, right? We will give out, how many people do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 shows. I'm sure there will be at least 6 or 7 more shows on top of this. So we will give out $100 every time a new nonprofit comes up. If you like, share, and follow. This is what the radio station was created for, to give back to our community. Not to ask for too much from the community, but support. I don't really want any money from my community. I want the big nonprofits to pay me to run these programs so I can pay students and elders, because we need to get some stories from some elders, intergenerational. You know what I mean? We get some football stars to be interviewed by people that are playing football right now. All right, what's one thing you wish you could change? I know my story has affected people. I know when I talk to kids and they see how sincere I am, I know it helps them. I had a young man come through here, didn't want to go to college. Man, he's in college. You feel me? Not without dealing with his life as well, right? But he's in college, soon to graduate. I'm super proud of him, right? And every time I see him, I say, I thought you didn't want to go. He's like, nah, you was right. Doing these actions, telling our stories, help our children. You can't expect your children to understand how to open a can if you never show them how to open the can. You can't expect them to know how to open a door if you never showed them how to open the door. So you have to, not just your child, but every child. That's how I do. I don't want anybody to come through the radio station and feel as though you have to be a superstar. No, you don't. You can be an engineer. You can be a videographer. I got cameras. You feel me? You can learn how to become an interviewer. You don't have to be in front of the camera doing anything. You can be in the background doing social media. You can be making posters. You feel me? We need all of that, right? And that's just for my nonprofit. But tomorrow, Tuesday, I think we're going to start at 11. We will have nonprofits come through here. So here we go. 11 o'clock, Bountiful Blessings, right? 3:30, City Team. 12 p.m., the Tripley Foundation. 4 p.m., the Cat Center. 4:30 p.m., Health Educated. So, man, this is what we're doing tomorrow, man. I just want everybody to come through, to understand what we're trying to do, what we're trying to give. Yeah, man. It's all about that story, right? That story that helps someone else see where they are. That story that allows people to dream. That story, right? What? Okay. You want me to do it now? So I just got this video. I don't know what this is about. Let's check this out. Oh wow. DJ Durrell. It's all love coming to Harris. I don't know when the date is happening, but that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. Listen, that's what the radio station is about. So remember, tomorrow, $100. It's not just $100 bill. We will give out as many $100 bills as we have a half an hour segment. I'm not giving you no gift card. It'll give you $100 cash, right? Because typically you go into a place with a gift card and you leave money on there, whether it's 50 cents, $1, 35 cents. I want you to get the whole $100. So here, you'll come here Wednesday to the station and pick up your $100. I'll give it to you. You'll be notified by 8 o'clock tomorrow night whether you won, right? So remember, you got to like, you got to share, you got to comment on the live, right? You got to like, you got to share, and you got to comment on the live, right? Tons of nonprofits coming through. I know Circle, I'm waiting for Circle to send me they information. You know, Miss Zuline Mayfield, you know how things get with my, she try to, punch on you and bully you, but I love her. I love the fight that she puts up. All of these nonprofits that are coming through here, especially Making a Change Group and the GVON program, everything that they do for the community, the way they help, the way they give our young men access to dreaming, right? Access to thinking about doing something other than what we thought about. And I know I'm not saying that the opportunity wasn't out there, because there's a lot of people that grew up with me that had opportunity to do different things, right? I was just lost. And I went through my lost period upset and mad. See, I was new, right? I didn't go to Showwater or STEM. I didn't go to Columbus. I think if I would have did that, my high school years would have been a lot different. But my high school years, I was new to everybody, right? Learning people, understanding people. I would say, while y'all was in high school, I was in kindergarten, right? I was trying to understand, how to breathe. So if I was in kindergarten, going through high school, when I graduated, I was in the 4th grade, right? 4th grade, another 7 years, 8 years from graduating, I was upstate. You feel me? Like, so when you think about everything that I went through, you feel me? I went through it the right way. I did. When I came home from upstate, that was my graduation, and I understood what I had to do, and I tried to do it, but I still was lost. I was in college, so I was still lost. Another 8 years, I was out on my own. Therapy helped me. Chester Community Coalition is another nonprofit that will be through here as soon as we get there. All of their stuff. And this is what this is about, right? Sharing information with our community. Being able to give a nonprofit time to talk about the resources that they give to our community is hard. It is hard. Everybody knows it's hard. Nobody said it was going to be easy. But when we come together, when we share information together, when we support each other together, when we give to each other together, it just makes it that much easier. And I know, right, people in the past have done crazy things with money. People just recently, when they put that information out about the guy that has the opioid using sex and giving money and all that other stuff, like, you never know who's going to use money for whatever they use money for. But I've already done all my dirt. Right? I don't want to do no dirt. I want to show these children how special they can be. I want to be in the high school showing the kids that they can record, they can grow. It's money behind this career setting. It's money in radio stations. It's money in creating news. It's money out there, but you have to have the experience, and you have to have that thing behind your name. And the only thing I got behind my name is CMP, Cultivating Mature Positivity, right? That's it. I didn't go to college for this. I didn't sit for 4 years to do this. I sat for the last 18 years trying to learn how to do this, right? The last 7 years learning how to operate, how to throw pictures up, how to get things to pop up when I wanted to, how to put names behind things. So I am excited for growth. Are you only looking for nonprofit organizations, or can anybody come on and speak? Well, anybody can come on and speak throughout any day. Tomorrow's Giving Tuesday, so tomorrow we're just focusing on nonprofits. But you can hit me up. You want to come through here? You want to speak? You want to do something about? I know y'all got your movie out. You feel me? If that's what you want to talk about. Leslie yesterday talked about it. She did on her podcast, the Cut Up podcast, right? They talked about it, and bang, there it is, right? Derek Hammond film, Gina. You feel me? Y'all want to see a little bit of that? I'll show y'all a little bit of that. I'll show y'all what we got over here. Where is that? I'll show y'all what we got. I don't typically do this, but I'll do this for you. I got you. Let's go.
No, please. John, I can't get up.
Distinguished guests, I'd like to welcome you to the caucus and introduce you to tonight's host, Ronaldo Vega.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. Please feel free to eat, drink, and enjoy every pleasure that tonight has to offer.
We gotta get this guy.
No doubt.
I can have her on a boat and in Mexico by the night.
We got you.
Nah, fuck that, no deal.
Still time to save her.
Save who?
So you were just using me this entire time?
This has been a setup since the beginning, Gina.
I thought you loved me.
I do love you. In fact, I love all the women who make me money.
Don't you ever put your fucking hands on me again. If you do, I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Nigga, if you ever touch her again, I'll feed you the hand that you touched her with and blow your fucking head off.
And now the foot is involved. A fucking detective.
Looks good. Congratulations to the whole crew that made that film happen. I think we went through this last 2 years ago when Devin dropped his movie. I support anyone doing anything, right, other than destroying their community, bro. Right? anyone educating anyone on anything that's going to have a positive impact on our community. Like, Chester is a city that deserves way more than it gets, right? We deserve a rec center. We deserve a Y. We deserve a place for our children to go, right? Biddy deserves its own gym. You feel me? Like, we deserve to have access to these buildings that will improve our children's outlook on life. Yes, we're adults. I get it, man. I'm 45 years old, right? I'm not worried about having a place for me to go, even though it would be nice to have a Olympic-sized swimming pool, a sauna, a basketball gym. You feel me? Like, that would be nice, but it's more so for the children of our community, right? If we come together, if we grow together, if we move together, bro, it's not too much they can take from us. I need you to understand that. I need you to see that. All right, P, you always talking, you always crying. Yeah, I'm crying, right? Yeah, I'm upset because I realized, what it took for me to change. I realized what I had to see for me to want to be better. I realized how hard it is to want something and want people to want it too, right? And I'm not saying nobody wants it. I'm just saying, when you want something, or put it like this, when God puts something on your heart, bro, it becomes damn near impossible to get it off. The devil is working on the other side, right? He's trying to steer you in a direction that will make sure it doesn't come true, right? And man, he took me down a hell of a road, bro. But I'm here. And I think that's more so why I'm crying when I think about the times that I've looked behind my head and there's a bullet behind, right? And the last time, I had to pay attention, and I was paying attention, and I had no other choice but to quit, because on the other side of that was death, not only for me, but somebody that I could have been somebody on my side that got shot, could have been somebody on the other side that got shot. I didn't want that, so I backed out. I'm done. Yeah, I'm good. Lost a lot of respect for that. A lot of people that I thought like we had respect for, and a lot of people that I thought I didn't have respect for respected me for backing out of that joint. Nah, P, you right. You feel me? That it wasn't going to go right. I wish other people saw it the same way. I wish other people understood why. Things happen for whatever reason, right? But more than anything, I'm just excited that we have this opportunity to share tomorrow. Tomorrow's Giving Tuesday, and we need our community to show up. So if you like, share, and follow. I don't want you to follow CMP. CMP Radio got a lot of followers, but if you don't like the page, follow the page. That's different from this. If you like, share, and comment on tomorrow's live, depending on how many nonprofits we get tomorrow for our half an hour, you will win $100. I'm not giving you a gift card. I'm giving you $100 cash, right? And it's not just for me. It's from the nonprofit that's doing the show, right? I will do a show in the morning, even though I think I already did. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick somebody that's on this joint right now, right? So like, share, and follow this live. Like, share, and comment on this live. I keep telling you to follow. You can follow CMP Radio. But like, share, and comment on this live, and I'll pick somebody and give them $100 off of this live, right? Right now. Like, share, and comment on this live, and I'll give you $100. So I see I got a couple comments on here, so I get to pick from, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3 people. But, who knows? CMPradio.net was founded with the principle of bringing communication to the community, bringing a different aspect to the community. Yes, we've touched on everything, right? Parental advisory. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to Nafati, the morning meeting. Right? When we first started, we was running. And things happen, bro. Things go their different way, but there's still love there, right? I love both of my sisters. I love everybody that's ever come through the radio station and had a show. Anybody that I've ever done business with, you feel me? Like, I love you, right? If you don't know, call me. We can have a conversation. But this is it, right? cmpradio.net, CMP Radio Foundation. So what do you do with the foundation, P? So in January, I'm launching an 8-week intergenerational story circle. I don't like that name. That's why I ain't really talked about it. But it's called Project Engage. Project Engage will take 5 high school students, 5 elders of our community on an 8-week story creating circle, right? We will interview each other. We will talk about stories. And then you'll do your own individual story circle where you'll sit and you'll tell a story about whatever you come up with. That'll be week 4. I already got the curriculum for this. We're already putting it down. Getting the space, to rent the space, to use the space. I got to go over and talk to the people. But this is what we're doing. This is what CMP Radio Foundation is doing, along with Fusion Fridays. So, Fusion Fridays, I'm trying to go out in the 12 wards. I'm trying to bring water ice, the gamer truck, face painting, all that stuff. All that stuff costs money, right? All that stuff costs money. So it's just like finding the people that want to come out and give resources. Take some moon bounces out there, jump around on some moon bounces, do these things. And definitely shout out to Gio for Sunday Fun Day. He was doing that with CPSN, right? So it's just, man, let's engage our community. Let's engage our community with fun. Let's bring the resources to our community. Let's talk to them. So also with Fusion Fridays, the nonprofits come out with me then, right? It's all about giving our resources a chance to talk, right? Shout out to the Cat Center, right? The Cat Center has an event coming up January 6th. She's selling tickets. Let me find that. Man, I need to go through here and delete some stuff off here. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. Yep, there it is, right? So, Back to the Future, the annual fundraiser dinner and art show. Meet the honorees, CMP Radio, Widener University, and Keep Music Alive. Senator John Kane, Joseph Bullock, Kenneth the Art Monster, Councilman Tamika Williams, Isabel, I'm going to mess that name up. I can't really read. Elosa, Brother Keith Muhammad, Twyla Simpkins, Jennifer Hoffman, Reverend Rashida Lee, and a surprise honoree, right? So, yes, we'll be there. You too. Purchase your tickets today at www.chestercatcenter.org. Back to the Future. This is happening Saturday, December 6th. The things that she does for our children, the way that she opens up doors and gives opportunities, right? Regardless, I know people have different opinions on different people, and I try not to have an opinion on anybody because it's not my role or my job to judge you. Life is hard, depending on what you have to deal with, and has nothing to do with who I'm talking about right now in the Cat Center. I'm just saying for everybody, depending on what you have to deal with, that will show me the type of person you are. If you can come and have a conversation and talk, I'm gonna respect anything that happened. You feel me? Like, because you can have a conversation, you can talk about it. Now, if you can't have a conversation and talk about it, then that says more about you than it does about your situation. But, thank you. Absolutely, man. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, we're giving back to our community. Again, $100 Wednesday. You never know. You feel me? Like, who can win this $100? You feel me? Like, it's yours. I don't want anything for it. I just want you to tap in and learn more about the nonprofits in your area, right? I want you to learn more about Bountiful Blessings. What's their organization about? What is that doing? Who is that helping? Making the Change Group, the different programs that he has inside of, and when I say he, I mean Corey Long has inside of Making the Change Group. City Team, you feel me? What are they doing? How are they helping? Tripley Foundation. What's the reason behind her foundation? What's the reason that she's out in the community helping the community the way she does? And shout out to Miss Pat, man, because she's doing the damn thing. Health educator Kristen Motley. You know, why does she feel as though keeping health and talking to people about she saved my life, bro. I had 2 strokes. Literally couldn't talk and didn't have any insurance, but had a job that I was making money from. Stressed out doing the job, doing the radio station, trying to figure out my personal life, and my shit is crazy, right? And everybody know I share 8 children with 5 different women, right? And that was my fault. I didn't protect myself. I didn't make sure. And again, I didn't love myself at that time, right? I didn't. I really didn't. And I think I was like suicidal at the same time, like trying to die, But anyway, I'm here now, and I have to take care of my children. I have to be there. But I had 2 strokes, and Dr. Kristen Motley, she came, she talked to me, you feel me? She said, no, this is what you got to do. You got to do this, you got to do that. She hooked me up with a great doctor, Dr. Flynn, out Mainline. You feel me? Just went to go see him last week. I get my colonoscopy and get all my stuff done. But for men, we don't really put a lot of energy in to what we might be facing, right? We just keep going. We keep going until we can't anymore. And usually by the time we get to we can't anymore, it's too late to change anything, right? So, you know, going to see a doctor, going to see a regular checkup, whether you're just going over to chest pin to get a check up on your blood, you feel me? Like, see what's going on in your body. I got to go do that. I get blood work done too. So, you know, the radio station is for the community, and all of the nonprofits that will come through here tomorrow and talk about what they're doing and what they're giving and how they're helping are for the community, right? My brother Josh used to always say, community, I love you, right? We need to open up our arms for our community. We need to embrace each other again. We need to talk to each other with love again. We need to respect each other, right? You can't get respect if you don't give respect. There's nothing in this world that you're ever going to get without giving first, right? You can't get anything without giving something. Sacrifice. Sometimes you respect people just to respect yourself. It just shows that you have self-respect, right? How do you want to be talked to? How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be approached? That's a real thing. So, tomorrow we're going to kick it off. I want to do it earlier, but we'll do it as early as we possibly can. Maybe tomorrow. I'll kick it off for an hour or a half an hour. I got to talk to the team. It's not on me. You feel me? It's not on me, and I don't want it to be on me. I don't want it to be my decision every time, right? Boy, that give you a headache. So, anyway, tomorrow, Giving Tuesday, man. Please tune in. Please share. Please comment for a chance to win $100. Because listen, if don't nobody comment and don't nobody share, I'm just going to keep all the hundreds of dollars. This is going to be at least 8 or 9 of them out there. And that's almost $1,000. You going to let me keep that money? You want me to keep that money? You want me to keep this money? Seriously, you don't want it. So, tap in tomorrow, share, come in and support the nonprofits. You want to volunteer? You want to help out? Now is the time to ask questions. Now is the time to find out. I'm sure they'll have some volunteer information. You want to volunteer at the radio station? It's going to be during Fusion Fridays because I'm going to need all the help I can get, right? But, you know, just sign up. Get your number. I'll give you a call. You feel me? I got enough volunteers right now helping me out. I don't want anybody to come in here and feel like I'm not using them to the fullest potential. But, yes, CMP Radio. It's a love for my community. It's a love of my community. It's a love of the children. It's a love of the elders, their stories, the children's stories, the understanding, the generations in the middle of all of that, to understand what each is going through. I remember I used to walk around the corner from my grandma's house to go around and sit on the porch with Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong and just listen to their stories of how great the city was and how much fun they had and how people were together. And then they dropped crack in our community. It wasn't something that we wanted. And this is every black community throughout the United States. It wasn't something that we wanted. We weren't asking for crack, right? We were showing love at this time, and they dropped it in our community along with guns and everything else and money and drugs, and they just dropped it. And we picked it up and we ran with it, and we poisoned our community. We became parents that don't want to hold our children accountable. We became parents where no one else can hold your child accountable if you can't do it. We became parents, and we became like just messed up. And I'm one of them, right? You know, I was one of them, and I had to switch that, right? If I want a village mentality, if I want people to look out for my kids, I gotta allow them to discipline them too. Now you don't have to beat them like back in the day. You get a beating from everybody on your neighborhood. You don't have to do that. I'll do that. But, you know, yeah, if you see them doing wrong, reprimand them. Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. But how do we get back to that? Communication. How do we talk? We talk with love, respect, and honor. And you got to give grace. It's a lot of things we got to do, man. But at cmpradio.net, it's definitely a pleasure to be in this community. It's definitely a pleasure to serve this community. It's definitely nice, man. I know I like it. And I know I've been missing. I haven't been out. I haven't been doing a lot, and I had to get myself together. I did. And I'm almost there, right? So just be patient with me. But also understand that we got tons of podcasts. And if you want a podcast, shit, let's bring it. Let's talk about it. I know I cursed again. I'm going to have to create a curse jar. That thing going to be full. It's my money. I'm not giving them. No, you know what? Maybe I can give it away. Maybe I can do that. That'll stop me from cursing, though. Yeah. cmpradio.net, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And, yeah, I'm going to pick somebody off of this live to get us $100 too. You feel me? It won't be the two people that think they're going to get it. It's going to be that one person that don't know she got it. See? I done told on myself. All right? Anyway, cmpradio.net. Remember, tomorrow, man, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. Tomorrow is a day to learn about all the nonprofits in your area. Tomorrow is a chance for you to win $100. Not just giving out $100. I'm talking about $100 for every time a new podcast pops up, every time a new nonprofit pops up. So here you go. We're gonna run it down. Bountiful Blessings, $100. Making a Change Group, $100. Cat Center, $100. City Team, $100. Tripoli Foundation, $100. Health Educated, $100. CMPRadio.net, $100. CMP Radio Foundation and CMPRadio.net, same thing, $100. So we're gonna give some money out tomorrow. So make sure you tune in, make sure you come through, make sure you share, make sure you comment, make sure you like, so you can win your $100, man. 'Cause yeah. And shout out to all the nonprofits that are participating in this. Thank you to everyone that believes in the mission that I'm trying to do, and opening communication and talking. And yeah, we will be doing some great things in the future. But right now, Project Engage it is. 8 weeks, intergenerational, 5 high school students, 5 elders. I'm going to drop the Google form a little bit later today. Fill it out. Please join. You feel me? Like I said, if you're not picked for this one, you could be picked for the next one. This is not something that we're just going to do. We got 8 weeks, do 8 weeks, take a break for a month, come back and do another 8 weeks with 10 new people. You feel me? Like, you know, at the end of the program, not in the beginning, not at any week until the end of the program, yes, you will be compensated for showing up and learning, right? $300 to the high school students, $500 to the elders. $300 to the high school students, $500 to the elders at the end of our 8-week situation. So we'll have a closing ceremony where we'll show everybody's videos, or ask people to get up and talk about what they learned. We'll ask people to get up and talk about what they liked. At the end, April 25th, elders get $500, high school students get $300. Right? So, yeah. That's about it. It'll be 11 to 2, 3 hours. So you say at the end of that 21 hours, you getting $300? Right? That's a paycheck. I know it's going to take 4 months because I knew wasn't nobody going to do it 8 weeks straight through. People going to miss. And if you miss any, you forfeiting. You miss one, you're forfeiting. Right? So you're like, no, I can't show up. I can't come out. All right, well, you don't get paid. You can finish the program, but you're not getting paid. Right? 8 weeks straight through. Right? All right. CMPradio.net, man. Lynette, how are you? This is what we're doing. This is CMP. This is the radio station. And I thank everybody for tuning in. Share. Again, tomorrow, Giving Tuesday. Your chance to win $100 for every nonprofit that goes live. It's a $100 bill. I'm not giving no gift card. I'm not giving no ShopRite gift card. I'm not giving no Walmart gift card. I'm giving you $100 in your hand. Come here, take a picture. Let's hold this $100 up together. You want to put it in a frame? No, I'm not doing that either. I'm giving you $100, right? Bang. From the nonprofit. And I'll probably give out $200 from the radio station to the beginning and the end. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow how many shows we end up giving money to. Again, Giving Tuesday is a day of giving. You can't get anything unless you give something, right? So, please don't be shy to donate to the nonprofit. Please don't be shy to help the nonprofit, right? Extend their reach in our community. Show up for our community. Help our community. When I say Chester is a great city, bro, you just don't have any idea of what I see, right? That's without putting my shade glasses on or my hate glasses on. I see a city full of vibrant people, bro, creators, you feel me, entrepreneurs, like people that can protect our community. I see children all the time. I said, man, you might make a good cop. I don't want to be no cop. Why not? Somebody got to protect us. If you don't protect us, there's always going to be somebody from outside of our community protecting our community. That just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. So, not just me, Lynette. No, not just me. So this is an idea brought to us by, the board of CMP Radio Foundation. You feel me? Let's do something for Giving Tuesday. P, we want you to host a show. Man, listen, I've been up here talking almost an hour. So I don't have a problem with talking. I did a lot of crying too. I don't have a problem with letting you know where I come from, how I feel, right? And maybe that's my issue. Maybe that's my problem, but you got to know where I come from so you can understand where I'm going, right? And it's not back there. So, it's from the nonprofits as well, right? So, yeah, they're giving. They're giving to you so that you can tune in and watch. And I hope that you show up. I hope that we tune in. I hope that we watch. I hope that we give good information. You feel me? Receive good information and help people, man. Like, that's it. Yeah, I'm done. CMPradio.net, man. It's Uncle P. This is the Cultivating Mature Positivity podcast. Again, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. For any nonprofit that you know, And why I focus more on the Chester nonprofits is because Chester is a community that was ransacked for years, right? I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not putting it on anybody's table. The Boys and Girls Club, Chester community, the Boys and Girls Club, right? They're a sponsor of the radio station, right? They have a great area. They need more money, right? We need a Olympic-sized swimming pool. Where's our Y organization? Salvation Army. Salvation Army had a Croc Center. Where's their Y, right? Where are the places for our children to go and to be mentored by the men of our community, to be shown how to do things? Where are these places at? So there's tons of things we can invest in. But we need to be investing in things for our kids to do. So my daughter's outside. She got to take me to the bank. And I want y'all to have a good day on purpose, man. I love you. CMPradio.net, Cultivating Mature Positivity Podcast. And that's Uncle P, and I'm signing off, man. Remember, tomorrow, show up. I think we're going to start at 10:30.